Welcome, ladies and freaks, to the new Weekly Weird, where your host, Alec is here raining down some knowledge upon the people of this great kingdom. I am sitting here with the great, noble, bombastic, delightful, and most handsome CJ Sunny Mite Moritz. CJ, how are you doing? And is that chair warmed and heated currently? Because if not, I can heat it for you.
Wow, let me just say, I don't think I've ever been introduced in such a way before that has made me blush as much as you have. So thank you for that, Alec.
You're welcome.
No, I'm doing well. Now I know many of you were wondering, hey, where was last week's episode?
Yeah, so many of you were just
pining. Our Twitter was blown up, and our Discord, but our audio engineer wasn't able to some reason get the recording. It recorded, but it did not. None of the sound was going through, and then he realized.
And I will tell you that he is an audio major, so he went to school for this, and yet he fails us. So,
yep,
but we still love him and kiss his feet. So,
I mean, he has the title of audio engineer, and he didn't hit one button, and he didn't have that button clicked, and so he
didn't take a class for that one. That one button hitting. That one was missed.
Yeah, he missed that class. He probably skipped it with his friend.
A couple times.
Yeah, playing League over this. Oh my goodness! And you probably
CJ, oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You're probably wondering where Dylan Budget is.
Oh yes. Yeah, we killed him.
Yes. So his body is in the back seat of the backyard. So
yep. Where it should be.
Mm-hmm. So don't look at it. But if you actually donate to our Patreon and like this video and subscribe, he might be resurrected. So that he'll be back here next week.
Oh my gosh.
But
Fullmetal
only
Alchemist,
if you
the
do those
return?
things. Yes, the full return of Dylan Budget Harrison.
Okay. I'll do all of those things.
Do it.
Yeah. So CJ, how was your week?
Dude, so my week, I can't complain too much. I am...
Because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm not complaining this week. What the heck? No, I went to Locals yesterday after a while.
Oh, Locals. Playing. And for all those who don't know, Locals is referring to the wonderful trading card game known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you please embellish and explain what went on at Locals, Dadash?
Yes. Well, this past weekend, it was a sneak peek. And so with sneak peeks, you get you pay $20, and you get the set a week early. You get like some cards that come out a week early. And then you play in a tournament, and the top 3 people get mats of the artwork that's on the set. And so,
amazing.
Yeah, I didn't do too well. I went 2-2 with Noble Knights, but that's okay because I played against True Draco, which I've never played against that deck in my life, and it stuns everything, and it's not fun to play against. And then I played against Lair of Darkness, which obviously counters my deck super hard, so that was unfortunate.
Whew.
But then I beat Fluffles.
It's like throwing water into fire, right?
Yes, it just doesn't work. But then I beat Fluffles, which we have a good friend that likes that archetype, Mr. Liam. So he'll know what I'm talking about. And then I beat
Fluffles.
Chaos Max. So
wow, you started the day with 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
Head between your knees. Very sad.
Yeah.
And then you came back and you smacked some local nerds, and then you said, I will win these games, and that's what you did.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the first game I lost completely, but like it's best of 3. And so like all my games almost went into time because I was just grinded. But and
awesome.
here's my interesting
stall game.
Yeah, my interesting fact that happened. Not really fact, but thing that happened. So, I'm at locals. The tournament's over and everything, and so I'm looking at their cards, and I realize they have like a bunch of like these cardboard boxes filled of cards, and pretty much everything in there. You can find like some really good cards in there, or just like some trash cards, but the commons are like 10 cents or whatever, and they have a whole bunch of them. So I'm just looking there, trying to make small talk with some of the people that are also there. And
which is hard, by the way. We'll say that small talk doesn't come easy with these people, right?
No, it doesn't. Which is interesting because I figured, here's the system. There's a group, there's a clique of normal kids, like you and I, that are good.
We breathe, we eat,
Yeah, we know how to interact, but they're good, and they play like meta decks, like the most expensive decks. Then there's weird kids, like. Not weird as in, okay, kids who don't know social cues or don't know how, like, a bathing pattern correctly. And they're, like, not good. And then there's another group that's a hybrid that are good. Like, the two of, like, they're good, but they don't know how to bathe. And there's another clique. Well, I'm not good, but I have social patterns, but there's no clique for me. So
I know your social pattern. It's, hello, and then
yeah, exactly.
Usually is how you greet people.
Yeah, there's no click for me. Like, come on, I just want to boop. Anyway. So there's this one kid, and he starts talking to me. I'm like, oh, this kid's nice. So, we start to talk, and I was like, oh, I won't be here next week. He goes, oh, why not? And I was like, if you don't mind me asking, I was like, oh, because, for my work, I'll be out of town, and blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, okay. We talk more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever. And then he's like, hey, can I show you my deck? And I was like, excuse me? Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, your deck.
Yeah. It's like, okay. So he's talking, and he's showing me his cards and everything, and he's a casual player. And
okay.
And after he's like, yeah, I'm just waiting on a friend, and then we're gonna go play D&D. I was like, all right, this kid's, I'm bigger than this kid. I feel like in a fight I could take him. Maybe he was like 130, 50 pounds.
Wow, you're sizing him up already.
So I'm yeah. And his friend is like the same thing, maybe a little bit heavier. And I'm like 6'2", 6'3". This kid's maybe like 5. I wouldn't even say 5'7". He's probably like he's pretty short.
He's a midget. Yeah.
Yeah, but so then he's like, "Hey, you want to walk around for a bit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to make friends." So I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And then as I'm thinking, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he might try to mug me. He might try to
Excuse me, sir. Would you like to step to the side of the store outside?" In the back?
Well, yeah, keep in mind.
So we can get more acquainted.
Yeah, this isn't a mall. So I was like, sure. And then we start walking around with this friend, and then he's like, so yeah, where did you park? And I'm like,
what?
Right now, red flags are going off. I'm like, oh shoot, what did I get myself into? This is really odd. I'm uncomfortable. So I was like, I forget, to be honest with you, man. So many entrances. So we just
I forget where I parked. Where is that? Forget about it.
So we walk to like the end of the mall, and I was like, oh, is there a bathroom down here? And he's like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, he's like, it's on the other end of the store. I was like, oh, dang it. I'll go over there. And I was like, yeah, I want to go to the bathroom before I leave. He's like, all right. I was like, yeah, you don't have to come with me. He's like, no, I'll come with you. I'll walk with you. I was like, all right. I was like, this kid is going to walk with me into the bathroom, and he's going to mug me in there. So meanwhile, I'm thinking of things. What can I do? All right. I'm trying to I'm trying to have like that spidey sense of like what's happening. If my hand's in my pocket with my key, just in case like I need to come out and like shank a person, and then like I can maybe quickly whip off my backpack because it's heavy. I have my binders, my cards in there, and like smack them with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Throw some cards at him. Yeah. You're like dead ash. Whoosh.
Take it.
Take that ash.
and so we get to and keep in mind the mall's like closing. It's pretty close to closing. And so we get to the bathroom, and I'll go there. He's like, all right, man, I'll see you later. And was like, all right, dude, see ya. Fist bump. And then that was it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he also said, my name's John, but you can call me Goblin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So he's like, all right, man, I'll see you later. I was like, all right, Goblin, see ya. Fist bump. I went to the bathroom. I come back out. I'm like, I don't see him in here. Maybe he's not here. So like, I walked outside. I found my car. I got in. I locked it. I left. And that was it. So I'm like, maybe he was just trying to be really nice in a creepy way.
That is super creepy. Yeah, just for those listeners at home, if you ever want to break the ice or make friends, don't ask where they're parked.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Strange. But, if you want to be called Goblin or, your family couch, go ahead.
Yeah.
Be called that.
Couch.
What the heck? Well, that's an interesting story. You want to hear how my week went?
Not really. So let's go on to our next topic, which
All
is...
right, yeah.
No, I'm just... Yes. How'd it go?
This past week, well, we what is today? So I've started a new job at my job, and it's called dragging. And not to get too detailed,
not
about
to get
the story,
confused with the drags that go on stage.
Right, not to get confused with something completely different. You have think of like a pallet jack, but just has a motor on it. It zips around, zaps, bobs around the warehouse. Well, I'm learning this thing. I'm not too pleased with learning it because it's frustrating because you gotta. It's got like this arm that comes out and a handle, and that's how you turn it.
Yeah.
And it's hard, man. The ones without power steering, they're hard to maneuver. They take a lot of oomph. It's kind of like battling an ape in a closed room. And you're constantly manhandling this machine. It's frustrating as all heck. So this is my first day messing with it, and I am trying to turn into a bunch of pallets, and I can't do it. Like I'm having the hardest time because there's not a lot of room behind me. And so there's these big walls that they fit into the trailers called bulkheads. They just insulate the food. They're laying flat down on the ground, and they have plastic and metal on the edges. So I'm backing in. I'm trying to get into the pallets, and I hit this with my leg. Ooh. I'm thinking it's full out cartoon. My between my leg and the bulkhead and the machine, my leg just smush. Almost like a Looney Tunes episode. Was
it like from your knee down to your ankle?
Yeah, knee down to ankle, about there. Yeah.
Ouch.
So it freaking hurt. I had to like sit down on the side of the foundation and just like understand what just happened there. I had to realize, oh man, okay, that was my leg. So I go to the physical trainer, and he's like, oh yeah, it's just a bruise, just a deep bruise, and get back on the machine. That itself, I was already frustrated in the first part, but for someone to be like, oh yeah, just go do it again, just ruined my mental game. So that's where I'm at right now. I got a pretty sore leg. I ran out on it a couple days ago, and then yesterday as well. And it just, man, it's like swollen like a balloon right now. So, and the bruise is fine. It was such a deep bruise. The bruise is finally coming back. So.
Wait, the bruise is coming back?
Well, it's appearing. I couldn't see it first, but now I can see it. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm icing it right now. I'm trying to take care of it, baby it, But otherwise, I've been playing some League.
Yeah. So tell me how because our League experiences have been vastly different.
Yes, because we are. CJ and I are different ranks.
Yes.
I ended the season last season. I ended in Plat 3. So, and during the preseason, I'm a Vel'Koz one trick, and CJ ended in. So what was it? CJ Silver.
It was beautiful Silver 4.
Silver 4. Okay. So our games are very different, and I will smurf on down to CJ's silver level, and for all those who are like high elo. You have to understand there is a difference. Like conceptually, there is difference between players and their skill level and knowledge of the game. I think the people at the bronze level, I think they forget how to win. I honestly think they do. We played a couple games together, and we're just scratching our heads the whole time. And in the conversations that ensue with these people are really interesting. Wouldn't you say, CJ?
Oh, absolutely. Like, we had people that would, like, all right, our team would not be at the team fight yet, but this guy engaged on maybe their jungler, and we don't know where their team is. So he gets baited, but he like flashes in the back line trying to get the ADC, and our team is not there yet. And he dies, and he's like, "Oh, I got 2 flashes and an ult. I'll call it that's a win."
It's a good trade.
Yeah, no, it's not. You died. This is late game. It's a minute for your respawn timer. That's not good. They gave up Baron. I was in a game, and it was around like the 25-minute mark, and I said, I was talking to my team, and I was like, all right, next pick we get, let's go Baron. Well, we were lucky enough to get
just
2 picks. Yeah, we got 2 picks. It was their support and their jungler. Got it. Perfect. So I start pinging Baron. I walk up there. My top lane walks with me. I play jungle. And my top lane walks with me, and my mid laner walk with me. So we're up there starting Baron. Our bot lane decides to go up, run it down mid, and keep in mind, the safe play here is to get Baron back, push the side lanes. They decide to go up and push mid, and they get 3v2'd. Like, I don't know why they thought it was a Pyke and a Lucian, and I don't know why they thought that was a good idea against a Garen. I forget the other one. I just remember there was a Garen on the team, and they just absolutely get destroyed. And it's like, guys, what were you doing? What were you thinking? And they're like, oh, we're just trying to push to win. No! What? Come to Baron! If you want to push to win, come to Baron, push the side lanes, let's go! It doesn't work like that.
No.
The brain capacity of some of these people, it befuddles me. It really does, because I just
don't. That's a good word for it.
I just don't understand why. Like, and then after that happened, like when they didn't come to Baron, I was like, we lose this game. The later it goes, we lose it, because I can already tell our synergy is not going to be there, and that was like our one shot to win.
Right.
And we lost it because bronze people don't know how to close out games.
No. It's the mentality at that level is if you get kills and you stop, then you've left your mark. And if you don't do that, then what are you doing? So, you got to end the game, people. Just end the game. That's all you got to do. And that's as a plat player, I find that the most infuriating is when they don't grasp that concept. I understand, like, you're new to the game. I get it. You're going to need a little time, but please know that that's how you end the game. So anyway, so that's what CJ and I are going to do. We're going to try to play together a little bit here and there. My goals this season, I really want to get into Diamond, but if I make high plat, I'll be satisfied with that. As a one trick, that's my only reliant thing I can fall back on. So I expect it.
See, Alec is a master of one, but I am a joke of many.
That's right.
I mean, that's...
and CJ, did you mention that what your opportunity this year is coming up?
No.
Have you mentioned that to
Nope.
the stream?
Nope.
Maybe you should talk about that, because I think people will be interested to hear about that. Okay. So we're going to be doing that for a while, and then
it's funny when you tell a friend, hey, this thing's not supposed to be known yet. It's not supposed to be out there in the real world. And then your friend's like, oh, yeah, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. And then he's like, hey, CJ, on this podcast that we're gonna release onto the internet. Why don't you tell your big secret? Oh, really?
To be fair,
you want me to that because it hasn't been officially done yet? Oh yeah. Anyway, moving on. You don't get a word. You don't get a rebuttal to this because you're gonna slip up.
You guys love me, don't you? Okay. You know that you want the real scoop. This is real journalism.
This is real journalism. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. This is real news, not fake news. What do you think this is? Right. Fox or CNN? Not today. This is news with Alec Davis, the only newscaster that sits there naked.
Build a wall. So what is your you have any big plans for ranking up? Anything you want
to be fair, it's not fun to play by myself.
Right.
It's just not fun because I know in every game someone's just gonna absolutely wet the bed and cry. And it's just like these kids, I just don't want to hear it. Honestly, don't want to hear it. Like, stop being a baby. Like, I played an Ivern game. That was like my last rank game. And I actually was doing pretty fairly decent as Ivern. But when you have a gangplank that feeds a Riven, three kills into, what was it, 7 minutes? That's a hard snowball to stop. That's a hard,
You don't stop
snow
Riven.
Cone that's gonna keep melting on your fingers and get you all sticky.
That's right. You don't keep continually running at a concrete wall for fun.
Yeah.
Do you? Or maybe you do.
I mean, if you have a little mental disability. But we're not here to make fun of mental disabilities. We're here to make fun of actual disabilities. Not saying mental. Oh gosh. Not saying that it's not an actual. Alec, why do you always have to get yourself dug into these graves? These
I don't know, man. It's an issue that has been plaguing me for years, and I will continue to do it because it's quite fun.
Yeah. So one of your role models is back on the Rift.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. So for all those who know about the YouTuber, Twitch streamer NEACE, who had resigned from playing League. I don't know how many months ago it was. It must have been towards the tail end of last season, or maybe in the middle.
Yeah, it was last year at least.
He just got frustrated, up and left, played some Fortnite, entered in some tournaments. He did well. But the whole thing with the Fortnite scene is you have to be one of their in-group to get the notoriety and really profit from being a Fortnite player or pro or whatever they like to call it. So that AK is Ninja Circle with Lupo and Tim the Tatman. So he got up and frustrated with that. So he returned to League and he's streaming right now. And he's really fun to watch. If you guys ever want to learn more about the game or you enjoy laughing, he's a funny guy to watch and listen. He offers coaching. I don't know if he's still going to be doing coaching, but he was offering it before he quit. But he's a great person to learn. He's up there. I'd say he's up there with other great teachers like I Will Dominate. So if you guys are interested, please check him out because he's a great streamer. And all of our friends like watching him. So.
Now, he said, I didn't watch the whole video, but he said in his video that he can't trust Epic Games. Why can't he trust Epic Games? What does that mean? He can't trust them?
I think what he was talking about when he was going to conventions or tournaments, there was no real output from them. So if you participated or you performed well, there was, I think most of the prize pools, don't quote me on this, were only designated towards the top performer. There was nothing else to help the creative, the people who are trying to build themselves up and create things. There was nothing there. Like when you go to a league tournament, you're at least offered something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get a skin, or you can at least interact with some of the other people, and then they'll, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back as a creative mind, and then you guys help each other out. But there really wasn't that camaraderie at the Epic Games events, and they don't have like a solid rank system, what like League does. Like there's clear indication of who the best players are in League because there's a rank system. You're challenger, you're considered one of the best.
Yeah.
So that's what he was missing in that whole bunch. I think he wanted some kind of clarification of how good his skills were, and he really couldn't measure it.
Yeah. So he comes to League where the whining is a little bit worse.
That's right.
I don't know. I didn't.
But he couldn't relate. Yeah, the big thing was he couldn't relate to 12-year-olds too. So
yeah.
The 12-year-olds of Fortnite were, I guess, aplenty, but I guess League of Legends players are older. So, which I wanted to. What's that?
They're 15 and.
Yeah, they're 15 and older, even better.
Yeah.
A little bit more mature, but not by much.
Yeah.
Not by much. These are League players we're talking about. But what I'm really excited about Season 9 is the new updates to some of the champs. So Riot has announced a while ago that they are doing a VGU. That's a visual gameplay update for, Kayle and Morgana.
Ooh, Caitlyn's going to be interesting. I want to see that.
Yeah, Kayle and Morgana. So they've been around. How long has Kayle been in the game for? She's got to be one of the originals.
Caitlyn? No, she's not one of the originals.
No, Kayle.
Oh, Kayle, yes. Kayle is one of the originals.
Kayle released in 2009. Okay, so she actually probably could have been one of the originals. Was Morgana?
Yes, Morgana was also.
Morgana was also. Okay. So that'll be interesting. They have a little video on their client, on their YouTube channel as well, that shows it shows a little snippet of Morgana's face, so you can get like, oh, there's a glimpse of her. Kayle's going to change more dramatically, is what they were saying in the video. Kayle is changing. They still want to keep her auto attack, ranged idea about her, or kit similar, so they don't change her too much for the people that love her. And then Morgana is going to change less. They're trying to figure out a new way for ult to work too, because they were also saying that late game, when she goes in to use her ult, it feels almost like you're sacrificing yourself for the team, and they didn't want you to feel that way. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. And then they also announced a new spellbook support, more of a caster control support, more traditional like Nami, or what was another one that was similar to, more like Nami, I'd suppose. So that'll be cool.
Like Sona?
Oh, maybe Sona. Yeah. Since we've been seeing a lot of killing, a lot of aggression from Pyke.
Yeah.
So
I guess maybe be more like a Lulu.
Oh yeah, like an enchantress. Yeah, Lulu.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. And then they have another assassin that they briefly mentioned that they're gonna update. But CJ told me the other day, you said that they will stop making champions at some point.
At some point, they're going to have to stop making champions. Yes.
Yeah. It's time to stop.
Yeah, but in the thing I was reading, it's like it's not going to be anytime soon, but they will have to stop. And I don't know. It just feels like, well, when is going to be?
What is the limit?
Yeah, what's the limit? Because keeping all these champions in check, that's hard. There's champions. Even now, champions get left below the wayside, so they just get like forgotten about and not used. And so, what if they could just keep on pumping out these champions? Now what are we up to? Like almost 200?
We're at 143.
Okay, well, almost 150. I was rounding up. So,
way up.
way up. So it's like, what? And then plus with all the changes like champions get, like the change when Graves first came into the game to what he is now, among making new champions and having old champions in check, there has to be a line where eventually they have to stop.
Yeah, because
But
they
I
can't
don't
have
know where
this
that
the
is.
supercomputer always, making small adjustments that are quote unquote supposed to make sense to keep everything balanced, right?
Yeah.
How are they
Absolutely.
gonna? They have to go in there manually and be like, "All right, Jonathan, I want you
Jonathan,
to fix this."
yeah.
And if you don't, then man, our game's messed up.
Yeah. Come on, Goblin. I'll walk you out to your car. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, Alec. Do you have anything else to say before we close up here?
Let's see. Well, no, I don't think I do.
All right. All right, Alec. I know it's a little shorter podcast than what we were usually going to do, but we figured since we don't have the Buja since his untimely passing, and we're gonna play some League today.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. A goal I have
Yes.
for next podcast. I need.
Oh no, he needs
I want.
your credit card information.
I need everybody's social. I want to introduce CJ to the LCS and get him to choose a team.
What are
to
you
root for.
talking about? I have a team.
No, we need
CLG.
We need a team. We need more confidence than that.
CLG,
we need.
and then of course.
Okay, you just picked that out of your bottom, all right?
I was cheering for them last year, and then of course it goes to always C9 because they're the only ones that actually do well.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need at least a page essay from why you were rooting for CLG. So next time
goodness.
we will get for.
Let's talk about.
We'll get.
Let's talk about real League, okay? Let's talk about in Europe, all right? Let's talk about Fnatic.
Oh, Reckles?
Yeah, I know. Hey, everyone can have bad game, okay?
By the way, I know that his name is Reckless. I just like to say Reckles because
No,
I once had pronounced it incorrectly and I thought it was Reckles.
He's like, oh yeah, Reckles? I was like, no, it's Reckless. He goes, I'm pretty sure it's Reckles. Why in the world? Do you see how hard he looks? He's got tattoos of his name on his arm and a freaking mohawk. And you're going to call him, maybe not mohawk, but you're going to call him Reckles.
Yeah, that was a little out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still like to call him Reckles. Anyway, we're going to end the podcast there. Thank you guys for your undying support and all of your donations to Patreon. We love it. That you guys could continue to support us and throw money at us needlessly. You might need to stop that and look at your checkbook from now and again, because how are you making it? But anyway, we'll be continuing on the podcast next week. We will make sure to press the big red button to record because we all know how to do that now, and we will have Dylan along with us. Hopefully he is rezzed from the dead and alive and well and singing in his normal fashion. We hope you guys have an excellent week, and we will see you next time on the Weekly Weird.
Hey, where can they find us during the week?
They can find us on YouTube, right?
Yeah, and
they can find us on our Twitch channels, on twitch.tv/Alickaloo. That's AHLICKALOO.
That just sounds so long when you spell it out.
Yeah, well, it's the alphabet, so.
Yeah.
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It's all right. Since he's not going to plug my Twitch in there, you can find me, Sunny Might, at twitch.tv/SunnyMight. All right.
Goodbye!